Hello everyone, welcome back to our second video about the trigonometry ratio. In this one, we are going to continue work on another example, but this example has more real-life context in there. So as I mentioned before, we need to use these steps here to help you to work on this kind of question. So please make sure if you did write down the notes, great job. Now we are going to use this step to help us to answer these questions here, okay? So as the question mentioned here, first, as shown in the diagram below, we have a right triangle situation, and let's read what each location represent. An island I, which is in this case here, is due north of a marina, which stands for M. A boathouse, which stands for H, is 4.5 miles due west of the marina. So that's the distance between the boathouse and marina. From the boathouse, island is located at angle 54 degrees. So that's a degree angle given here. So what's the question asking us? The question asking us, so underline the keyword here. First, we need to round it to the nearest tenth. And then we are going to find the distance from the island to the marina M, which is I am here. This is the one we're looking for. So this is what will be labeled X here, right? Now, as we mentioned, the very first thing we are going to do is label. We're going to label OAH. So since angle is 54 is given here, so this is our O here. And right angle is crossed at the hypotenuse. And then this one is adjacent. Label OAH, that's what we need to do. So we label, and then next we are going to ask two questions to understand the situation. First, which side do we know? Which side is this given length? We know the adjacent, which is 4.5 miles. And we need to find the one we are looking for is actually opposite, which is our represent X here. So it's OA, or you can say AO, doesn't matter. Then the next we are going to choose. So we have SOHCAHTOA. So which one actually work on the opposite and the adjacent? OA, not this is one, so let's work on this one. Now equation time. So equation 1, we are going to say, since we mentioned is T stands for tangent, and then follow up is angle, which is 54 degree. And the definition for tangent is always opposite, which is X, over adjacent, which is 4.5. Now let's solve. So whenever I solve this one, as I mentioned, I have fraction on one side, I have no fraction on the other side, so it's easy to write put downs over 1 because this is exactly equivalent to things. Now we just solve this equation. So x times 1, x times, remember, always put number in front of the ratio. 4.5 times tangent 54 degree. Now we are going to use calculator. You can always just, type online calculator to get it, but do not forget to make sure the degree is chosen, which is not in gray. Whatever in gray meaning is not chosen. So let's clear whatever we did before. And then we are going to work on 4.5 times 4.5 times tangent 54. So make sure the tangent, which is TAN, so we have 3 ratios here, tangent 54. We can close parentheses, but it really doesn't matter. And then click enter. So this is our answer. So is 6.19. And I can just write down the answer 6.19, but let's go back to check. This says nearest tenth of a mile. Remember, tenth is a number right after the whole number. So it's 6.1. And after 1 is 9. So we can definitely round it up. So that's why the answer should be 6.19. 6.2 because we are actually rounding the answer, so that's why I use this kind of symbol to represent this is approximate value, 6.2 mile. This is our unit, and we're finished. So that means the length of the distance between the island and the marina, which is 6.2 miles. Okay, so that's how do we set up a ratio to find out the answer. I want to strongly suggest you to make sure read all the steps I had set up before to make sure you are familiar with this process. Always do not be lazy for this one. Try to write down the 3 things you did before you set up equation. That will definitely help you to be familiar with this process. Also, I want to remind you again, whenever you use calculator, make sure your degree is chosen. Otherwise, you will make a huge mistake by probably, I will show you again, if I just happen to get reading here, I don't pay attention to this one, then I still type the same thing. So even you have a very good understanding for the answer, for the equation, but see, this time they don't give you the different one, they don't give you negative, so it's very hard to say, hey, is that right or wrong? But it's actually wrong answer here. Okay, so sometimes it's very tricky. So please make sure your degree is chosen, and then you can get correct answer here. Okay, so that's all everything I want to share with you today for find the missing side for this example. We're definitely going to practice more example, but again, please make sure you are familiar with these 3 steps, so that will help you understand the situation. Thank you so much for watching these videos and study this topic with me. And thank you and also thank you for taking notes, understand this problem. I will see you soon, everyone. Take care.